ug mabutang ninyo na siya sa atong mga chat box or sa atong comment section.
Kini nga programa ang yulahan kini o pagambitay daw kaulian Share to Heal, the Bukidnon State University Social Innovation for the City of Malaybalay, Bukidnon in cooperation with the City Government of Malaybalay. Uban usab sa atong alangdon nga Mayor Honorable Florencio T. Flores Jr., uban usab sa atong kongresista sa ikadawang distrito sa lalawigan sa Bukidnon, Honorable Attorney Jonathan Keith T. Flores. Atong gipanguluhan usab kini nga programa partner chance ni Dr. Oscar B. Cabanilles, ang atong university president, uban usab sa atong project leader si Dr. Joy Molina Mirasol. Kaganina sa iyang mensahe, iyang gipadayag kanato ang usa kini ka pamaagi ang social innovation of Bukidnon State University gamit ang atong digital world. No? So, gumikan sa kahinay sa atong signal 10 watts lang ang Bukidnon State University. Pero gipanikamutan nga mas mulapad ang atong reach, mas dagan ang atong maabot
Unsa nang gipos Ma'am Perry?
O kini atong gigamitan sa atong zoom.com. Alright. So, atong testingan pagbalik kung madunggan na nato no ang atong mga bisita karong adlaw. Kita mapasalamaton kaayo kay sayo kay sila dinha nana sila sa atong live stream via Zoom, and please welcome. Let's all welcome our first guest. No, naon ako sa pagpaila-ila atong Chief sa Curriculum Implementation Division sa Department of Education Bukidnon Division, Dr. ELBERT R. Francisco. Sir, once again, good morning.
Okay, good morning sa mga host ng DXBU, Ms. Caballero and Mr. Antolan. Good morning also to our Assistant Regional Director of DepEd Region 10, to the Superintendents of the 3 schools divisions of the province of Bukidnon. Sa atong mga teachers, listeners, good morning.
Hindi na bati may gala ang tingog sa atong unang guest karong buntag. And ikaduha na itong guest karong buntag, Chas, sa ito sa Makauban.
Makauban na itong partner sa plenary is the Schools Division Superintendent of the Department of Education Malaybalay Division, Dr. Victoria V. GAZO. Ma'am, good morning sa inyo din ha, ma'am.
Dr. GAZO.
Hello, good morning everyone. Good morning Miss Anna and good morning Mr. Chashur. Good morning also Sir Vic, ARD Vic, ELBERT, good morning, and all the listeners and viewers of this program.
Yes, ma'am. Good
I
morning.
like the Anna there. Alright, so kato sila taga Bukidnon. They're serving at DepEd Bukidnon and also Malaybalay. Both Malaybalay and Bukidnon Division. And of course, we are very privileged enough kay makauban nato atong Assistant Regional Director of the Department of Education. Good morning and welcome to DXBU Dr. Victor de GRACIA, sir. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to everyone, to Ninfa and Chas, and to my co-panelists, SDS Vicky GAZO and Dr. ELBERT Francisco.
Good morning, RD.
Good morning, sir.
And to all the Bukidnon State University family and the DepEd family of the whole Region 10. Mayong buntag sa tanan, mayong aga sa Ilonggo, mayong aga sa Kinaraya.
ARD, are you speaking Bisaya or Ilonggo?
I can speak Ilonggo, but for this session, mag-Pilipino siguro ako kasi buwan ng wika tayo eh.
OMG! Pero sir, makasabot ka og Bisaya ay makastorya.
Kaya makasabot ako Bisaya, pero dili lang makasulti diretso.
Alright, it's alright. Concern lang me because we are addressing this concern para sa lalawigan sa Bukidnon, and of course Mindanao is Bisayan speaking, pero at least no, we can marunong din naman kami ng konti, as in slight lang, na taganang Pilipino.
Yes.
Yeah, buwan ng wika tayo ngayon eh.
Akala ko, wikang pambansa kasi tayo ngayon. We're just taking funny moments ngayon. Yan, di ba? Natatakdan mo rin ako.
Conditioning.
Thank you very much sa atong mga guests for joining us this morning. I am Limpa Caballero, and with me is my co-host, Chasur Leoban Ontolan, and later, 2 faculty members will be joining us to ask questions, and these are questions they have gathered from the different social media platforms. Are we ready po sa ating plenary ngayong umaga?
Yes.
Hey, kayo pa. Kami kaya ang nasa-stress. Talking to the superintendent and no less than the assistant regional director. Well, I would like to ask the first question to our assistant regional director, ARD GRACIA, sir. In a general context po, how would you describe the readiness of the Department of Education of Region 10 in addressing the new mode of teaching delivery? Yeah, I know very well that later on, ato ning ipalaw nga may iskutanan, but in a general context po, sir, konting-konti lang po, patikim sa ating mga viewers. How would you describe the readiness of DepEd Region 10 in addressing the new mode of teaching delivery, sir?
Yes, we were prepared to be ready for August 24 opening. But since na postpone ito to October 5, we are more than ready to begin the school year on October 5. Yung mga teachers natin have been working so hard, yung mga leaders natin, tulad ni SDSB GAZO at ni Doc ELBERT, have worked so hard, bearing in mind the August 24 deadline for the opening. But now we have more room, more time to fine-tune our preparations for the opening of classes for the new date, October 5.
All right. So thank you very much, sir. Later on, we will be discussing more about the readiness of DepEd in this new mode of teaching delivery. My next question is for our 2 guests. For Dr. GAZO and Dr. Francisco, I know again that these concerns will be elaborated later, but in a nutshell, konting-konti lang din po. Upon hearing the announcement made by Malacanang on moving the class opening on August 24 to October 5, Dr. GAZO, what major concerns or issues have you foreseen following these changes? No, mga major concern lang. Following these changes. And for Dr. Francisco, sir, very short then, but succinct answer. For the division of Bukidnon, are the modules now ready for distribution? Dr. GAZO first, then Dr. Francisco.
Hello, good morning, Ms. Ann. For Malaybalay City, the extension of opening on August 5 is a welcome development, especially that during this time, our reproduction of module is still 80%. So by October 5, we will be more than 100%.
All right. Yeah, Dr. Francisco.
Good morning. Now, for the division of Bukidnon, supposedly yesterday, we should have started the distribution of modules na sa August 18. When we visited some of our schools last week, we were able to monitor that almost all of the schools visited are ready for the distribution of modules in both elementary and secondary, junior and senior high school. However, there are some modules that are not ready yet because these modules should have been downloaded from the regional office. And this module should have been prepared not by the division of Bukidnon but some other divisions.
Alright, sige sir. Thank you very much for those initial information. We would like to inform also our viewers, our listeners to this program that we are talking about the new normal of the elementary education. So later on, hatagan po nato pagtagad atong CHED. So this time, we will be focusing on the Department of Education. Alright, Chas?
Yes, partner. Yes, partner. Makauban na dapat na itong kabuntaga, partner. Ito ang social media representative, no? Kani siya, partner, isa ka faculty member from the College of Arts and Sciences, Social Sciences and Sociology Department, Mr. Ayan Nicosha. Sir, si Sir Ayan Nicosha ang mag-raise og questions, sir, sila mga nakalap ng mga pangutana gikan sa mga social media platforms.
Good morning sa ato ang mga halang dun nga mga bisita from the Department of Education. Ma'am, sir, good morning.
Morning.
So, nagkalap mig mga pangutana nga gumikan kini sa ato ang social media kay grabe ka aktibo ang mga netizens karon na sa social media kabahin sa pag-abri sa klase dira sa Department of Education. So, first question, ma'am and sir, unsa ang mga konsiderasyon nga gihimo sa Department of Education sa pagmugna sa ilahang or sa inyong mga modules para haum kini sa diversity of learners sama sa mga estudyante sa SPED or sa special education o katong mga subjects nga nagkinahanglan og kinesthetics or psychomotor skills. So sama na lang sa subject nga MAPE. Maybe we can start with Dr. GRACIA from the regional office.
Okay, thank you for that question. Yung mga modules natin, dalawa kasi 'yon. May ginawa sa central office at saka may ginawa tayo dito sa regional office. But the regional initiative, yung regional made modules natin, so is more comprehensive. Mas marami siya kaysa yung ginawa sa central office. So, yung sa central office na ginawa, nireproduce din natin yon. At yung kulang ay pinunuan ng regional office na made na modules para kumpleto siya. With regards sa SPED, yung SPED teacher kasi na-train na siya to cater to the specific individual needs of the learner. So individualized talaga siya eh. Kaya yung SPED teacher talaga has more work to do preparing the lessons for the SPED learners. So kinukuha niya ito sa regular modules natin. But ina-adapt niya to the situation of the particular learner. So pinupuntahan talaga niya yung bahay ng learner, but talking to the parent. Hindi naman siya face-to-face sa learner. Pero yung parent, yung key, na maintindihan niya yung needs ng kanyang anak at how to deliver yung lesson sa kanilang bahay. So the SPED teacher closely works with the parent to make education happen at home for the SPED learner.
How about for the subject mapping po, sir?
For the MAPE, yung mga yung mga academic topics lang, pero yung mga sinasabi mo kinesthetics, mahirap naman ituro yon na distance, no? So pinipili na lang yung subject which is applicable, no? Yung hindi talaga magawa in a distance setting, hindi talaga pwedeng i-discuss yun.
Okay. How about from the division of Bukidnon, Dr. Francisco?
Good morning. For the division of Bukidnon, it is advisable, especially for our kindergarten and grade 1 students, to have one module per learner. And this is to ensure that every learner, ang kada bata na mo sa kindergarten and grade 1, would only have one module na dili na i-baylo-baylo, dili na i-move, dili na i-rotate. Now, for our SPED, good that we have this division SPED coordinator who was able to design to come up with a module to to be used by our students in the SPED classes. Now, these modules, ang mga modules na paggagamiton sa SPED classes, prepared by SPED teachers. This is to give us the assurance na magamit talaga ng mga teachers handling children with special cases. Now, to address the diversity of learners, since this is modular instruction, together with the modules nga i-distribute every week, apil na ang individual learning plan of every learner. Now, part of it is an instruction or a guide on the task to be accomplished by every learner for that week. Now, nga itong mga teachers sa field, they have prior knowledge na sa mga mental abilities ng mga students. Thus, prior to the distribution, nakakahimo na siya of plan or individual learning plan that would really suit to the needs of that individual learner. Now, if let us say, dili kaya sa bata ang siran ang mga exercises sa modules, then ang teachers can give mga activity sheets appropriate to the learning abilities of a particular student. Now, sa MAPI, for example, since ang MAPI is a learning area that would really require our students to perform. Now, I talked to our education program supervisor in charge of the music, arts, physical education, and health with regards to the modules that will be distributed to our students in MAPI. According to him, ang module sa MAPI na ay mga set of instructions on how to do the task or ang mga activities nga naa sa modules. Now, if let us say, it will be difficult for our teachers to monitor the performance of our students in MAPI, then kay ang amontang plano, ang plano is we can monitor the performance through pictures, whether or not ang students gi-perform niya ang mga tasks. However, if it is difficult for our students to understand the required task based on the module, then ang plano ng Division of Bukidnon is to distribute mga video lessons on the difficult competencies. Now, kung makahatag na niyo mga modules, then our students will be guided on how to perform the activities set in the modules. Okay, thank you.
How about from the Division of Malaybalay, Dr. GAZO?
Yes, good morning. In addition to ARD Vic and Sir ELBERT, Malaybalay City Division in responding to the needs of our special children. Yes, our teachers, special teachers also are preparing for their modules, self-learning module. And during the preparation of the self-learning module, they are already considering the needs of the different learning needs of our special children. And in the preparation of the modules, we have adapted the MELC, the minimum essential learning competencies, as well as in the MAPI subject. So it's true that there are competencies that were not considered because of the distance learning modality. So those competencies that are not really can be delivered because of this pandemic, then we do not force the issue. We have just chosen the minimum essential learning competencies. And it's true that for the lower grades, our self-learning modules, it's not only modular, printed modules, but we have also our RBI, radio-based instruction, and video lessons in order for our students to learn more with these different learning modalities. So it is not for the MAPI, it's not really, it's a self-learning module. The activities are clearly stipulated in the modules, so they can provide, they can still follow, and give us the performance task through their portfolio through their portfolio. So they can, those students can afford, who can send videos also of their activities, so they can do that. And our teachers are also visiting in the implementation of the distance learning. Our our teachers will be conducting home visits in order also to assist our students, especially on the tasks that you are talking about.
Okay. So,
Thank you.
since we are talking about module preparation po, so my follow-up question is, adunay mga post sa social media kabahin sa pag-print sa atong mga modules, sa atong mga maestra o maestro. So sa kasamtangang sitwasyon, adunay mga matutudlo nga gapangayo og bond papers, ink printers o di ba mga photocopiers sa ato ang mga community. Aduna po yung mga post nga ang LGU mismo ang nag-provide sa mga photocopier machines para sa mga maestro-maestra. Example ni ang LGU sa Quezon, Bukidnon. Unsa di ay ang patakaran or guidelines or protocol sa atong Department of Education kabahin sa pag reproduce sa ato ang mga modules. Let's start with the regional director.
Okay, yeah. Well, thank you for that. No, yung sa module reproduction kasi tatlong sources of funds yung tinitingnan natin diyan, yung ginagamit, no. Yung isa is downloaded funds from the central office na nag-total na ng 9 billion, no, na dinownload. Pero 9 billion yan distributed to 17 regions. Yung region, i-distribute naman sa mga division, no? And sa division, i-distribute naman sa mga schools. So, although 9 billion siya, pero pagdating sa ibaba yan, kunti lang talaga. No? Another source of fund is the MOE, or the maintenance or other operating expenses. 30% of that is allocated to reproduction of modules. Then, yung malaki, yung special education fund na nandyan sa ating mga munisipyo at sa ating mga provincial government, city government. Now, mas naunang nagamit yung SEF or Special Education Fund kasi very handy siya, nandyan lang sa locality, and ang district supervisor or school head or the schools division superintendent can easily link and coordinate with our local government. And at this point, I'd like to thank the LGU officials natin dito, no? Napaka-cooperative. And in fact, nagvo-volunteer more than what is being asked by our superintendent and our district supervisors. No? Tulad nga na sinabi mo sa Quezon, sila na talaga ang nag-shoulder ng reproduction of modules. No? Bumili ng risograph machine, 6 yun. And all bond papers, no, sila nang nag-purchase talaga. So, pinuntahan ko talaga yon and pinasalamatan si Mayor Pablo Lorenzo dahil sa kanyang all-out support na ang modules will be ready for all schools in Quezon, 4 yung districts na yon in that municipality, both elementary and high school. So at this time, ready na talaga sila kasi sa latest post na nakita ko kahapon, nag-check na yung mga principal ng individual learning monitoring plans ng mga teachers. Mm-hmm. So that means they are 100% ready na to start classes. Siguro they can start connecting with the students na tawag-tawag to have the bonding with their pupils and students. At this time na pumunta tayo sa October 5. So very easy na sa kanila. And I think it's also true in other municipalities. Mm-hmm. According to SDS Randy ng Bukidnon, a similar situation happens sa Maramag at sa nearby municipalities. Kaya yung Bukidnon division is the largest in Region 10, is actually the more prepared at this time, no? Sa aming assessment. No? Kasi sa tulong ng mga LGU officials, it made the hard thing easier. Biro mo yung budget lang for module reproduction for Bukidnon because of the sheer number of learners, 3 billion yung estimate ni SDS Randy.
Wow.
If we have to shoulder all 3 billion, hindi talaga kaya ng ng DepEd yun, no? But since we are in this endeavor together, lahat na tayo talaga sa komunidad ay nandito for this. So pasalamat kami na maraming tumulong, no? And it made things easier. So yun ang mga examples na how things work if sama-sama tumutulong, no? Yung quite difficult task of producing the modules, this the most expensive na item of expense natin ngayon, na-realize naman. No?
Okay.
Pero yung sa iba naman kasi, hindi kaagad masyadong na-involve yung LGU, kaya tuloy, MOE lang yung asahan nila for the expense, kulang yung MOE kasi for the month of August lang naman available yung MOE. And it's just a little amount. Hindi talaga kayang i-finance ang the whole expense per module. Kaya yung mga teachers natin very resourceful. Takot naman sila na mag-start ng klase na hindi sila ready. So they made on their own voluntary appeal for assistance sa mga bond paper. So hindi na naman natin sila masisisi because they want to secure their learners for the opening of classes. But the funds are there. Yung yung paggamit lang sana and pag-tap lang sana at the right time. Yun sana nakakatulong ng maayos.
How about po from the Division of Bukidnon, Dr. Francisco?
Good morning. Thank you. Now, first is I would like to extend, of course, on behalf of the Office of the Schools Division Superintendent, magpasalamat po sa mga local government units of the 20 municipalities of the province of Bukidnon. And, the Division of Bukidnon has more than 250,000 learners enrolled for this school year. And it would be really difficult for us to come up with modules without, of course, tapping our partners, especially the local government units of the different municipalities. Now, at the start, what we did was, to utilize available resources. Of course, pag may ka nga reproduction of modules na dili pag pwedeng right there and then diretso ang kwarta na. So what we have done was to utilize available resources in schools. Now, unsa na ang mga resources? Take note that ang mga estudyante namo last school year, not all of them were able to take the final examination. So with that assumption nga wala nagamit ang tanang mga patin, so gipasugod na namo og print ang mga modules using the resources sa daan ng mga school year. And all these resources are not actually available to print the modules para yun sa 250,000 learners of the Division of Bukidnon. So siguro, na moto nga siguro yung mga teachers nga nag-solicit. Now, actually, ang pagkuhan ba lang sa superintendent adto is kung gamiton ang mga materials nga wala nagamit sa daan ng school year na naa sa itong mga teachers, pulian to siya pag abot sa kwarta to be downloaded. So, definitely, karon ka na-download ng kwarta, then all the materials used by our teachers, pulihan na to siya, kumbaga ilisan. And, sa kinimanggod nga scenario karon sa Department of Education, especially for this division, nobody has prepared himself for this.
Yes.
Thus, kinahanglan din nato ang partnership with our local government units and other individuals nga love sa education. So, kini nakita nako nga through this pandemic, through this COVID-19 pandemic, I was able to see that opportunity nga ang mga tao di ay kinahanglan mag-work together, kinahanglan to work sa atong partnership with others so that we can really provide education for all our children, not only in the Division of Bukidnon, but for the entire country. Thank you.
Okay. How about from the Division of Malaybalay, Dr. GAZO?
Hello, good morning once again. For the Division of Malaybalay in the reproduction of modules, our fundings came from three sources, just like what ARD Vic said. from the national office, from the school board, from the special education fund, and from the MOOE of the schools. We allocated 27% of the MOOE of the schools because the agreement in the division office is during the first quarter, it will be the school level using their MOOE. And for the second grading, it will be the national downloaded funds and the funds from the special education fund or the local school board. So about the issue of the teachers requesting donation from stakeholders, in Malaybalay City, like for example, I would like to mention Bukidnon National High School. Bukidnon National High School is providing 1:1 module to their students because they have so many donors during the Brigada Eskwela. So during the Brigada implementation of Brigada Eskwela last June and July, because we are not we are not implementing on the repairs and physical preparation, not so much on the physical preparation. So every time, stakeholders will be asking what the schools need during this time of pandemic. So the school heads and the teachers are telling our school stakeholders that we need to prepare for the modular instruction since face-to-face will not be available or may not be available because of this crisis, COVID-19. So our teachers and school heads, even before, even during the Brigada Eskwela implementation, have already received so many responses from the stakeholders, and they identified their needs. And their needs is about this reproduction and other sanitation materials. During this time, our reproduction is almost 100% for the first quarter. Why not yet 100%? Because there are still modules not available. There are still modules it's not yet available. But all the modules available, we are already ready. And there was even an instruction that we will be distributing the modules as of this week for the first rotation because we are using rotation. We will not be. I am not encouraging the schools to print 100% 1:1 because that will be requiring so much materials, especially this time that we have difficulty. We have already no supply. There is no more supply of bond papers in the locality. That is why we are embracing the 25% rotation of forceps rotation of modules. So the local government, I would like to thank our good mayor in the city, Malaybalay City, because they appropriated 12 million for the reproduction of modules. They bought the two machines for us, the fastest machines worth 1.5 million. Wow. So there are 2 units of 1.5 million, but these machines were affected by the lockdown in Manila. So nagkaroon problema siya, kaya dili pa siya ma-deliver this week, but accordingly next week, these machines will be available. So we will be using these machines for the reproduction of the second quarter.
Okay. So it is very good to know.
As of this time, the budget for Malaybalay City Division is enough coming from these 3 sources. So if there are teachers who are still asking bond papers, I do not know. I do not. I think it happens last May, June, and July during the Brigada Eskwela.
So it's very good to know that there is a what we call collaboration between the Department of Education as well as with the stakeholders or in the community in the preparation, reproduction of these modules. So akong ibalik kang Ma'am Ninfa and Sir Chas for further questions.
All right, thank you very much for the very wonderful exchange of information. Gusto lang nako balikan ang mahitungod dito sa resulti sa atong ARD on kanang pag-adapt sa module ARD. Dunay mga concerns like ang i-prepare sa ilang texts So sa module is an example of dagat, no? And then we don't have dagat here in Bukidnon. Doon na pa ba yung effort kay Himon, or is it a need for these teachers to change kaning inani nga mga concept ARD? Gab, dili na ko matunggan si ang tubag sa atong Zoom. Nawala si ARD. Anyway, maybe si si Sir, no? Si Sir Francisco ang makatubag sa question, sir, because this is, as mentioned by our ARD kaganina, ang module is from the central office and gipadala sa region para sa pagdugang sa module, no, sa content. And then other teachers are claiming maglisod daw sila because examples given in the module or in the IM whatever is mga example dito po sa ilang locality. One basic example is the mention of kaning example is about dagat, and then we don't have that in Bukidnon. Unsay mga gahimuon ani sa atong teachers in Bukidnon, sir? As is lang ba ang pag-lecture sa nila ani?
Okay, thank you. Diyos mong niya atong gagamiton karon duha na siya ka sources. Gikan sa central office ang isa is modules prepared by our teachers in Region 10. Now, so, let us say, kung ang modules i-prepare ng mga teachers in Region 10, so don't expect na natin mga examples talking about mga dagat and mga examples na hindi natin makita sa province of Bukidnon. Ang province of the division of Bukidnon, for example, ang trabaho na niya sa modular preparation and module making is ang to prepare the modules for grade 10. Ang Malaybalay City, for example, ang nilahapon is grade 3. So, lahi-lahi ng mga divisions, we have 14 divisions in Region 10. Ang kada division na ay task na pag-i-prepare ng mga modules for a particular grade level. It so happened that the division of Bukidnon did prepare modules for grade 10. Now, let us say kung na mga examples talking about dagat, or talking about airplanes nga atong mga bata sa province of Bukidnon, wala sa dinhi na makita ng mga airplanes ang dagat. So ang among advice is, so kung face-to-face pa unta, kung na face-to-face instruction, it is easy. Dali na kayo maingnon ang teacher nga modify, contextualize the content. Pagkakaroon, nito sa malisod. However, dili man sad nato ang atong mga bata sa Bukidnon, dili po nato siya pwede nga dili i-expose sa mga nga mga senaryo sama sa dagat, for example. Pero, let us say, kung inunugan nato nga i-contextualize nato, kuan na siya, kumbaga, kung ang parent or ang learner, for example, na cellphone, pwede na niya itawag sa teacher nga kanang unsa ang mga examples or unsa pagyud nga mga localized terms appropriate for or local examples nga appropriate nga ipuli sa kanang mga kuanyo dili nila makita sa Bukidnon. Pwede man sa instead of dagat, pwede niya instead of sapa or ocean, instead of river. Pero again, let us not prohibit our students to have exposures on concepts nga wala din sa Bukidnon, because after sa ilahang pag-eskwela din sa atwa sa province of Bukidnon, we not expect that all of the students will be staying here in Bukidnon. They might be going out. So, okay naman na siyang mga examples, dagat and huwag. Napag tayo mga estudyante siguro nga nakagawas. Pero, again, kung ang naagay mga concepts, dagat naman na itong example. Let us say, naapag yung mga kuan niya, lisod yun sa aton sa mga bata, then, kinahanglan na yung i-contextualize sa teacher. Anyway, nga itong mga teachers in modular learning, ang atong mga teachers na sa school, they're always ready to receive calls or text messages from our students nga mag-inquire about sa ilahang mga lesson.
Alright, so this is well understood that it's difficult na mag-modify immediately, pero the teacher should provide other mechanism nga mag-contact for clarification sa lessons pod nga ilang gihatag sa ato mga estudyante. Dagan patagan isgutan diri sa atong panaguban sa ato nga tulumanon karon. Naisgutan na nato sa ato nga distance learning and module preparation. Up next would be on the issue of reproduction and rotation. And of course, health and safety sa atong mga teachers. Labi na kaganina kay na-mention, no? Ang home visit and then ang mode of distribution sa atong mga modules. Kini o uban pa inyong madunggan diri sa atong panaguban sa atong tulumanon ang kaulian pag-ambitay ng Kaulian Share to Heal program of Bukidnon State University. Please stand by for more.
DXBU 104.5 DXBU 104.5
Pag-ambitay daw ang kaulian Share to Heal Bukidnon State University Social Innovation kontra COVID-19. Kini nga programa nagasiguro sa paghatag o pagsabot sa publiko mahitungod sa mga subanan, hagit o oportunidad dinha sa gitawag ng new normal o bagong normal. Kini sa pamaagi aron maandam sa pagsamot ang publiko diha sa pagwatang o pagkuno sa mga hulga sa COVID-19. Mga labas na impormasyon gikan sa masaligang tigpamakba sa hisgutan ng labigitang mga pribado o pampublikong sektor nakit ang ordinaryong lungsuran. Paminaw sa pag-ambitay daw ang kaulian Share to Heal diri lang sa BXB 104.5 FM matag Miyerkules alas 9 hangtod sa alas 11 sa buntag.
Yes. Time check, it's already 10:14 a.m. And yes, good morning paghihapon sa tanan nato mga viewers din sa atong Facebook Live. And good morning po sa tanan nato mga listeners din sa atong mga radyo. Partner?
Ato lang gisgutan sa kunang gikaingon ang mahitungod usab sa distance learning and module preparation. This time, we will be focusing our topic on module reproduction and rotation, and at the same time, ato pong gisgutan ang work arrangement. So, kini mga challenges, no, mga opportunities sa atong mga teachers. Gagalina mga good partner Chas, gisgutan sa atong mga bisita nga dunay mga local government unit nga naghatag og counterpart alang sa atong mga eskwelahan diha sa production sa ilang mga module. And I was about to ask if solicitation is legal, pero giisgutan man to ganina ni Dr. GAZO nga mentioning Malaybalay City Government nga naghatag ganig yun. No? So, maybe along the way with our conversation, gusto sad nako siguro matunggan if dili siya ma-mention sa ato social media researcher karon, the discussion of unsa kay pamaagi ba yun sa kaha pagsugod, is it the LGU ang nag-ingon sa eskwelahan ba kahoy mag-donate me or sa eskwelahan ba kaha ang nagsulat sa LGU, no? So along the way para katupong uban nga mga local government units and uban nga mga eskwelahan maka-cut-on pud sila nga yan dahil sa Quezon Bukidnon, yan po dahil sa Malaybalay City LGU, no? So this and more we will be talking as we discuss the module reproduction and later on ang work arrangement and health protocols in schools. Chas, din sa itong makauban karon.
Yes, mga moms and sir, mga aming mom and sirs, kauban to Montaga is a faculty from the College of Education, Mr. Emil Earl Edusa. Pareha ganina sa gibuhat ni Sir Ayan, magmutana gyapon siya mga pangutana sa mga nakalap nilang mga questions din sa nagkalain-lain nga social media platforms.
Good morning sa atong mga respetado nga guest speakers from Department of Education. Ma'am, sir, I am Earl from the College of Education. Maayong buntag.
Ang buntag.
Ang akong first na question, ma'am, is sa survey sa Department of Education nga gigililiis atong July 30 o gipahigayon atong June 1 to 15, 8.8 million kaginikanan ang ga-prefer og modular learning para sa ilang mga anak. Niining modular learning, adunay active role ang mga ginikanan sa pagtuon sa ilang mga anak. Unsa ang suporta nga gihatag nato sa mga ginikanan aron mamahimo silang epektibo nga partner sa edukasyon, labi na ang atong mga ginikanan sa primary school, primary learners, mga kinder, grade 1, grade 2, o grade 3 na nanginahanglan og mga different na level of scaffolding or pagtabang. O kadtong mga ginikanan pud ma'am nga gapangita pud in taon og kinabuhian. So unsa ato ang pamaagi ani ma'am and sir?
Okay. I'll start. Yes, very important ang question na yan kasi ang parents ngayon ay may talagang very crucial role in the learning of the children at home. So partner talaga ang parent ng teacher in effective learning at home, no? And kaya yung DepEd ay gumawa rin ng programa na tinitrain yung parents. No? May seminar kami na ino-orient yung parents kung ano yung role nila, anong gagawin nila. Hindi naman talaga sila ang mag-replace ng teacher, no? But they are there to support. Yung moral support nila ang importante. Nasa bahay, dapat maramdaman ng bata na suportado siya sa kanyang pag-aaral. So binibigyan ng importansya yung kung saan corner siya mag-aral, no? May learning space siya, kahit maliit yung bahay, pero at least meron siyang a little corner na yun talaga ang area na siya ay mag-aral. And importante kasi maramdaman ng bata na yung kanyang mga parents ay supportive sa kanyang pag-aaral. No? So primarily, support yung role ng parents. Pero ino-orient siya on how to guide yung bata in using the modules. Kasi modular ang vast majority na pinili ng mga parents na mode of delivery of instruction sa ating mga bata. So, ino-orient din siya ng mga teacher, no, on how to guide the learners at home. Then, ang teacher ay nandiyan naman. On call siya. Kung kailangan ng parent na ng tulong dahil hindi niya naintindihan yung leksyon, yung teacher ay just a call away para tumulong. And nangyayari naman yan sa dry run namin. Yun talaga ang nangyari na yung teacher ay immediately nag-a-assist sa parent kung tumawag ang parent at naghihingi ng tulong. Maganda at nag-dry run kasi tayo, so at least we were able to see how the thing or the system works. No? And I think with the input taken from the dry runs that we had, we are confident na talagang yung distance learning natin ay magiging effective with the help of the parents. Yung parents naman na working, Ang kagandahan ng modular learning kasi is flexible siya. So, pwede in the morning, on his own yung bata. Then, pagdating ng parents, in the afternoon or early evening, doon niya ma-check kung tama bang ginawa ng anak niya. No? And then, kung may problema, tawagan lang yung teacher. So, that's how it works. No? And I think the dry run was able to prove that this kind of setup really works.
To Dr. ELBERT Francisco, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Idolsa, for raising that question. Actually, mao gina siya ang primero ng mga questions ng gawas when we have informal talks with our teachers and parents, because na mga parents usay magbinuan ng istorya sa among mga teachers nga since sila namang kuno kaha ang mag-teacher, sila na sad among claim sa salary. Actually, it was just jokingly said, pero sometimes you can reflect on it. Now, ang pagpasabot namo sa Division of Bukidnon, ipasabot namo ang among mga parents sa ilahang role sa modular learning by providing them with mga orientation. And kung wala pala'y announcement ang kuan nga ma-postpone ang klase, actually human-human nami sa mga orientation sa among mga parents with regards to the rules and responsibilities sa modular learning. Now, aside sa pagyud nga mga orientation nga ginakandak sa atong mga schools, ang ato pagyud mga teachers during sa distribution sa mga modules, napod sila mga orientation nga as unsaon sa mga parents pag-guide ang ilang mga anak with this pagtrabaho sa mga modules. Now, di ba yung ako pagganinang part sa distribution, na po'y document ka mong ginahatag sa atong mga parents ang individual learning monitoring plan sa mga learners. And dito ginasulat sa among mga teachers because we encourage our teachers nga isulat dito sa individual learning monitoring plan kung unsa ang mga task nga dapat trabahoon sa bata in a week para ang parents will be guided kung unsa ang ilahang i-monitor. Now, I'd just like to share to you our experience when we have the monitoring activities sa Balugo Elementary School dito sa Pangantukan South. Dito nato makita nga ang mga parents did really understand kung unsa gid ilahang role sa modular learning. Because part sa activities dito manggod, because it is just a very small school, ang mga parents actually maogi magkuha, magkuha sa mga concern sa mga bata silang balay ihatod sa school para maansiran diretso sa teacher. That was our experience sa Balugo. Kana po sa atong mga ginikanan because when we have our dry run at Pasugong National High School, nigawas ang issue with regards to kini ba mga parents nga gatrabaho, then mga bata nga walay mga parents nga naa sa ilahang balay. Ang among tubag-ana is kung naamay mga older siblings, mga relatives nga makapuli sa ginikanan nga nagtrabaho, then that will be welcome. Makatabang man gyud ang ato mga, let us say, so usa ka family na ay tulo ka mga estudyante. Now, pwede man makaguide ang mga older siblings sa ilahang mga manghod. Kung wala pod, ilahang mga relatives. Pero kung wala, then kinahanglan na gyud nato og i-address ang ilahang mga needs pinaagi sa atong mga teachers. Though we will not be advising our teachers to visit our students nga permanente nga bisitahon, pero maansiran mo na pinagi sa mga text, sa tawag, or sa kanabang pareha sa Balugo Elementary School, ang ilahang pag-answer anak ang mga need is through air broadcasting. Kumbaga, magamit silang trompa in certain barangay para maansiran ang mga queries sa mga bata. So, thank you.
To Dr. Victoria V.
Hello. In addition to the sharing of our co-speakers, in Malaybalay City, we have conducted orientation of our parents. All the schools, we have division level orientation on their involvement. What are the roles of our parents during this modular learning, distance learning delivery? So we have discussed this so much, and in the school level, they have even face-to-face orientation. Of course, following the safety protocols, 50% of the venue. So they are conducting orientation of what are really the roles of our parents, and the parents also were expressing their concerns, just like the concern of those working parents and those families and households with no one in the family who can help their children to learn kasi sabi nila, ang ingon nila nga dili po daw sila makabasa. So, ma'am, sir, dili na lang mi magpa-eskwela kay dili man mi katabang sa among mga anak kay dili man mi makabasa. So, what is good during the orientation? The local government, the barangay officials in the locality also were helping the schools in identifying what are or who are this household where there are really no one in the family who can help, because some of our barangay officials in collaboration with the Department of Education in their schools hired mga graduates, education graduates within the barangay to help these families. So during the orientation, it's not only the schools who are providing suggestion on how to help these families, but also the local government units and even other families who adopted. So there are also families, mga neighborhood, who adopted these students with no one in the family to help them. So this is really a collaborative effort. And I'm so happy that it's not only DepEd, it's not only the local officials, the local government, the barangay officials, but even private families who are offering their services to their neighbor, to the children of their neighbors para ilang tabangan katong dili gid mga makabasa. And then there are also, especially in the remote areas in Malaybalay, na ay mga pamilya dito nga wala gid kay makita. So the teachers are also identifying them, and they are prioritizing these families during their consultation. Consultation can be done distance learning, pwede online, pwede text, pero pwede call, pero nasa mga pamilya nga wala gid sila'y cellphone. So kani nga mga pamilya mao ni sila'y priority sa atong mga teachers for their assistance. So it was already clear during the orientation unsa gid ang collaboration sa parents and teachers during this pandemic. Ang uban nga mga parents ma-discourage, pero during sa orientation with the involvement and with the suggestions and offers of the community to help these families, and it is really good for us because we were able to address their concerns, not only us who is addressing their concerns, but also the community. So it's really a community activity.
All right. Sige, thank you very much sa mga tubag, sa mga pangutana gikan sa itong social media. Although the next topic is very interesting, kay nag-isgot ni may tungkol sa work arrangements, health protocols, and no, sa itong mga maestra and of course estudyante. We will reserve other questions, but I would like to ask these two very important questions. Mahitungod sa kanang bitong, maybe for ARD to answer this, what mechanisms did you use to ensure that these modules are free of errors? No, sa kay nagawas na po sa Facebook nga nanay nakita ng mga grammar and then other kanang unsay sulod yan, no, ang content din ha. So unsay mga mechanism na yung gihimo to ensure that these modules are error free. And another thing is a follow-up question to that. Na-mention mangod kaganina na it's a teacher-student-parent relationship, no? So hopefully mag-answer po si teacher sa call sa parents even after 5 o'clock. Kaya I have a very worst experience before. Kaya 5 p.m. pa ko mabakante, kaya I'm also a teacher. Manawag ko sa teacher, di na ko niya tubagon with the text nga ingnon ko niya nga kuan kanang para na po ni sa akong pamilya nga oras. So hopefully, wala ingon ana nga senaryo na a question to that is, unsa pod ang tools, no, aside from mechanism to check on the what's this, to ensure no error in the module, unsa pod ang tool nga inyong gigamit aron ma-assess nga si bata yun ang nag-answer, dili si lola, dili si mama, dili si ate ang nag-answer sa module. ARD?
Okay, on the first question ng how do we quality assure the modules? First of all, would like to thank our teacher writers, no? Kasi pinaghirapan talaga ito ng ating mga teacher writers, mga master teachers natin dito sa Region 10, because we have our initiative, no? Na gumawa tayo ng modules natin sa ating region. And we selected master teachers at saka mga experts, no, sa mga subject areas in high school, the elementary. And pinaghirapan talaga nila itong gawin, no? And at no additional remuneration. Talagang work of love nila ito. And so we commend them. We would like to thank them for helping us na gumawa sila ng mga modules natin, no? Hindi lang tayo nag-depend sa central office, no? And talagang this is something that we can be proud of our teachers here, no? So ginawa nilang lahat, no? To have a very good module. Pero hindi naman ito 100% na perfect talaga, no? Meron ka talagang makikitang mga a little something here and there na needs improvement. Pero maganda ito kasi merong magagamit ng ating mga learners. So, on the process, ina-quality assure natin ito pagkatapos itong sukulat, nire-review ng division, no? May team ang division office to review the content of the modules, and then ipapasa ito sa regional office kung na-review na. Once it reaches the regional office, meron namang team dito na i-random check kung ang mga modules ba ay ginawa according to standard. So may proseso tayo. The same with the centrally made modules, may quality assurance din. Kaya lang yung puna na mistake parang sa printing yata 'yon, no? Module na pinagmulan na gawin, wala namang diferensya. Sa printing siya nagka-diferensya. Chinek naman ng central office and they said na the secretary pang sumagot nga they are doing their best na hindi yun maulit. And on our part here in the regional office, we are also from time to time maganda nga na dry run kasi lahat na nagamit. And sa feedback naman sa dry run, wala namang issue ang content na mayroong grammar or may wala namang lumabas na ganong feedback sa aming dry run. Thank God. No? walang ganong controversy yung nangyari sa ating dry run with the use of the modules. Yan ang proseso.
Yes, sir. On the mechanism of checking kung sino po ang nag-answer ng learning module ng mga bata.
Yes, yan ang hindi natin makontrol kasi nasa bahay siya. And so, ang sabi ni Yusek Diosdado San Antonio ng ating Undersecretary for Curriculum, sabi niya, this is one opportunity to encourage honesty of our learners and parents at home. Kasi it is for the best interest of the learners na hindi sila dapat i-spoon feed ng kanilang mga parents or kanilang tutors. No? So dapat yung trabaho, yung mga performance nila should be their own. Kasi we want to develop from our learners critical thinking. Kung pinifeed mo siya ng mga sagot, hindi na siya mag-isip. No? So, nadi-defeat yung development ng bata. So, yun lang ang namin, best bet na sana mga parents, they were oriented on this, no, sa orientation, ang mga parents na guide yung role nila, but not to spoon feed yung mga bata sa kanilang leksyon.
Thank you so much, sir. No, I know we still have a lot of questions regarding the modules, pero since we have a very limited time, mudiretso ta sa to ang topic 3, which is on work arrangements and health protocols in schools. And syempre, sir, karabuntagan yapon, sir, makauban yapon na to si Sir Emil Earl Iusa para sa mga pangutana nga nakalapigan sa mga social media platforms.
Sir, ang first ako mga pangutana regarding work arrangement and health protocols in school, sir, is ay tungod sa adunay uban nga DepEd school, sir. Example is Valencia City, gihimo nga COVID command center or quarantine facility. Unsa ang mahimong protocol and work arrangement sa mga empleyado o magtutudlo sa maong mga eskwelahan, sir?
Okay. Kasi yung mga schools natin, yung iba nire-request ng ating mga local officials na magiging isolation area. Ano?
Yes, sir.
In fact, yung need na ganyan ay mas malaki doon sa NCR. And ang ating secretary, Honorable Ding Magtolis, Briones, nagsabi na meron silang agreement with DOH na mag-identify yung DOH ng mga schools where they can be used as isolation areas for our mga PUIs, no, or PUMs. Now, in case ang school ay ma-designate na parang isolation school, very limited lang naman ang schools na ganito sa Region 10. Not as much as NCR. So, meron namang alternative work arrangement yung school. Diniscuss namin ito ni RD Art Bayocot, and kung ang school na affected ay na-identify na isolation area, so the nearest school, nearby school, yun ang magiging station ng mga teacher. Kasi mas magandang sa school kasi mag-work ang mga teachers para walang masyadong distractions. And sa school naman, ma-implement naman ng social distancing kasi wala naman klase. Wala naman estudyante doon, puro teachers lang naman, no? So doon sila mag-work, no, to monitor their learners, no, to prepare their weekly home learning plans, kasi hindi na sila gagawa ng mga lesson plans nila kasi iba, instead of the lesson plans, ang gagawin nila is the weekly home learning plans, where yung kanilang individual learning monitoring plans will be based. So, yun na ang kanilang pag-aabalahan. And of course, the monitoring of our learners. So, it would best be done in school para merong mga collaboration work pa. Kasi ang paggawa ng weekly home learning plan collaborative yun. Lahat kasi ng mga subject teachers dapat nandoon yung kanilang yung input. Kasi nandoon na nakalagay diyan kung ano ang order ng pag-tackle ng mga subjects ng learners at home. So dapat nandiyan yung mga teachers to collaborate to come up with that weekly home learning plan.
Thank you, sir, to Dr. ELBERT R. Francisco, sir. The same question po, sir. In the division of Bukidnon, sir, do we have schools nga gigamit nato, sir, para sa isolation, sir? Then, unsa nila itong gibuhat, sir, para sa work arrangement sa mga teachers, sir?
Okay. As far as I could remember, during the meetings that we have with our superintendent, the latest instructions given by him to our school officials, among mga school principals, among mga head teachers sa Division of Bukidnon, they were all instructed that the schools should the schools that had been used by our local government units as isolation facilities is only up to July 30. So after which, wala na yung mga isolation facilities in school. However, kung pananggit na pa, pero as far as I could remember during my visit sa mga schools, wala na sa ko'y nakita ang mga schools that are used by our LGUs as isolation facilities. I don't know in some other schools. So wala tayo ko'y concern about the work arrangements of our teachers in schools used by LGUs as isolation facilities. However, kung since wala pa man punta nag-opening sa atong mga classes, we still have more than a month. So, I hope na wala na yung mga schools sa Division of Bukidnon to be used by LGUs as isolation facilities.
Thank you, sir. To Dr. Victoria V. GAZO, ma'am.
Hello, in Malaybalay City, we do not have problem with that because our schools are not utilized as facilities, this COVID facility in the city. So we have no problem on our schools being used as isolation areas.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, mag-proceed ako sa akong next na question, ma'am, which is, unsa ang safety measures ang pagabuhaton sa mga schools aron malikayan nga ang module development, distribution o rotation mamahimong pamaagi aron mukulanap ang COVID-19. Again to Dr. Victor GRACIA, sir.
I think mas magandang si SDSB GAZO ang sumagot diyan kasi actual na ginagawa yan. I give my time for her, no, para ma-explain niya masyado.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, RD. Yes, it was really the reaction of our parents. In Malaybalay City, we have conducted also dry run. Instead of one school conducted dry run, in Malaybalay City, there were 20 schools who conducted dry run last week of July. So firstly, I would like to inform you that in the 20 schools who conducted dry run, there was no complaint about errors in the module. Balikan lang natin because that is the in news in social media of this time. So maybe katong mga errors siguro because there are modules manggod nga gina-release but there was an instruction nga not for printing yet kasi undergoing pa ang quality assurance. Baka na-print yun. So in terms of applying safety protocols in the distribution of modules kasi yung rotation, no, ayaw ng mga parents. At first, sabi ng mga parents na ayaw namin yung rotation, baka yung modules na mag-rotate will contain virus. So mag-rotate din yung virus. So we have addressed those issues by having a scheme in the distribution of modules. In Malaybalay City, we plan that the distribution of modules will be the distribution of modules will be weekly, but the rotation of modules will be done every after a week. So that there will be a time, 1 week time, nga ang modules mag-stay lang siya sa school, dili siya i-distribute para naa siya natural disinfection process. Pero kung dili siya, there are 4 sets of rotation of modules. Set A, set B, set C, set D. Pero for the first week during the distribution, that modules will be returned and will not be distributed within the next week. Another set of modules will be distributed so that in the 3rd week, yun na mag-start ang rotation. So sa 3rd week rotation, so there will be a natural process of disinfection of materials. Pero kung dili pa enough, that was our concern kasi during if the school opens this August 24, murag dili na mo makaya diretso ang every other week nga distribution. But this August kasi October kasi na extension, we need kasi in this scheme we need that all the modules for the first quarter will already be available. So by October 5, okay na tong distribution scheme namin. And the answer also, the question also na how unsa man ang buhaton sa mga ginikanan nga basic, wala man sila'y panahon kaayo nga mag-assist sa ilahang mga bata. So we make it sure that the modules will be staying in the houses of our students within the weekends. So if the modules are distributed on Monday, i-return siya for the next Monday so that the modules will be staying at home with the students from Monday to Sunday. So the parents, napaghapon sila time nga mag-follow up during Saturdays and Sundays in case nga busy gid kaayo sila. Anyway, modular man siya. Depende sa pace sa mga bata. So, we made it sure nga ang mga modules, daghan ang panahon nila nga magpabilin sa siya dito sa balay sa mga bata, especially during weekends. So, inaana lang, no? Gi-ensure amo na nang giunahuna kung unsaon nga dili gyud. And then katong hand washing kay basin ang ingon pud nila nga ma'am, basin wala na siya virus kay naka-stay na siya og 1 week diha nga wala na siya nahilabtan. Pero during sa pagdawat-dawat sa mga modules, paghatag ang kamot dahil sa maestra na ay virus or ang kamot sa ginikanan nga mo receive na ay virus. So, naagyod ka-establish with hand washing facilities sa school. And then, naapod tayo mga alcohol. Katutanan nga mga minimum health protocols na ana siya sa eskwelahan karon. So, dili makasulod ang ginikanan. Kinahanglan sa pagsulod niya sa campus, manghugas siya, na ay hugas, na ay putba, na ay alcohol. The same with the teachers nga mag-distribute sa module para sigurado nga wala gyud virus-free ang atong mga module sa pag-distribute o sa pagdawat sa mga ginikanan.
Okay. To Dr. ELBERT R. Francisco, sir, pareha ba sa Division of Malaybalay ang kahimtang or ang pamaagi sa DepEd Bukidnon, sir?
Yes, pareho lang. 4 sets gapon ang mga modules, then 4 rotations every month.
Okay, sige. Thank you kayo, sir, sa inyong pagtubag sa itong mga pangutanan din sa social media. Ibalik na mo ka, Ma'am Nimfa, sir. Ma'am?
Okay, thank you. Well,
actually, balik siya sa kuha, partner. Sir, ma'am, and sirs, no, very meaningful atong discussion karon buntaga. Daghan kayo may nakutlog information and hopefully ato ang mga viewers daghan nakutlog information. Sirs and ma'am, since we are running out of time, in a very short message lang, what is or can you give your parting message to our viewers and listeners? Very short lang. Mag-start kay ARD.
Yes. First of all, thank you for the invite for this opportunity. At least maka-explain kami sa ating mga parents especially on the what we have done in DepEd in preparation for the opening of classes on October 5. So I can say we are ready. In fact, Region 10 is very much ready. Kung tingnan compared with other regions, we are one of the best ready for the opening of classes. So medyo relax nga ang teachers ngayon kasi na-extend yung yung opening of classes, no? Yung inaatupag na lang ngayon is the procurement ng mga downloaded funds pa. Hindi siya lalampas ng opening of classes yung materialize ng mga modules. Salamat.
Thank you so much, sir. Dr. Francisco.
okay, thank you kayo sa Bukidnon State University for inviting us para ma-share po na ang mga views with regards to the new normal. Now, first of all, I would like to thank, of course, the local government units of the province of Bukidnon for helping us in the production of modules, and so with our regional and division leaders who really kept on assisting us with this new normal. Now, sa atong mga teachers, I would like to say, and I would like to borrow the words of our school's division superintendent, that in times like this, if you can see windows of opportunities where we can offer education to our school children, then we'll have to do it. Remember that the Department of Education is mandated to provide quality education for all our children. Thus, for all our teachers from the province of Bukidnon, I would like to say thank you very much, because we really have the heart to provide quality education for every child in the province of Bukidnon. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Dr. Gazo?
Hello, I would like to thank Bukidnon State University for this program, for inviting us. I'm also thanking our family in DepEd, in the region and in the central office, and also DepEd family in Malaybalay City. Especially our school heads are really working very hard as frontliners, and our teachers as frontliners. They are really doing their best in order to serve our students. And of course, our local government unit, our mayor, Dr. Boy Flores, for really helping us, helping us especially in the reproduction of modules. Siya gyud ang nangunay, siya gyud ang require sa back na dalion kay duol na kaayo ang klase. So I'm so honored with the services of our local government. So in this time, we have this enemy COVID, but we will never be toppled down by this enemy if we are helping each other. And this collaboration is really real and present during this time. So we'll never fail, because everybody is supporting us in this endeavor. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gazo. Once again, thank you so much, ma'am and sirs, for a very meaningful discussion. Partner?
Alright, ikaw na bati may gana, ito nakauwan karong buntag with a meaningful discussion, Dr. Victor de Gracia, the Assistant Regional Director of the Department of Education, Region 10, Dr. Victoria V. Gazo, the Schools Division Superintendent, Department of Education, Malaybalay Division, and Dr. ELBERT R. Francisco, Chief Curriculum Implementation Division, Department of Education, Bukidnon Division. Thank you very much for joining Apag-ambitay daw ang kaulian Share to Heal program. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And Chas, dito ito may sugutan karon because it answered some of the questions of our parents, especially in dealing with our students. Pero doon ay mga questions nga gi-raise po, gi-challenge, gihinan na to sila ganila nga magpadala sila ng questions. And those will be answered accordingly by our accounts executive, at accounts manager. Tubagon mo nila diya sa atong mga Facebook account. With a very limited time, we barely have 6 minutes to go before 11. And salamat kayo for joining us. Among panikamutan nga mahatag sa atong guests ang inyong mga pangutana aron ilang kining matubag sa insakto, and that will be sent to you diya sa inyong gisulatan sa inyong questions. And nindot sa ito guys, gutan ganin lang Chas, because nagproblema tinuod atong mga teachers karon sa DepEd to produce these materials, no? Kini atong mga learning modules. Pero katong gingon sa atong ARD ba nga pwede man nga mag-solicit dito sa atong local government unit. And in fact, you mentioned Quezon, Dr. Gazo mentioned about local government unit of Malaybalay. These are LGUs are willing to help. And sa inyo po din no? Sa inyong part, pwede kayo nga makig-alayon mo sa inyong local government unit. Doon na sila yung mga budget. Doon na sila yung mga budget. Pwede kayo nila silang sulatan. Please help us with the reproduction. Sa Malaybalay City, accordingly, doon ay budget gihatag si si Mayor Flores, and this will be used to buy, or napalit na pero natanggong lang dito sa Manila, on a machine nga paspas siya mag-reproduce, no? 1.5 million. So pwede kayo, if the LGU is dili kayo, medyo inaanak kadako ang ilang pondo, at least matabangan.
Yes.
Ang pagpanampit ramang yun ang problema, Aling Chas, di ba?
Yes, partner.
Ano makatabang. You have other suggestions and other pwede po natong istorya sa itong mga viewers karon?
Yes, partner. No? Tsada siya, partner. Ang stock sa kuha, partner, sa kung utog karon, karon buntaga, partner, is all we have to do is work together. We have to unite together so that we can push through this pandemic. And sa itong mga viewers na mga higala, ayaw mo kalimot sa pag-answer sa itong mga evaluation sheet nga ito ang i-post din sa itong mga Facebook pages. GXBU 4.5 FM page and pag-ambitay Agkaulian Facebook page. Answer ta sa mga evaluation sheet so that we would know sa mga things to improve nato. Yes. Mga higala, uban ni Mi sa makausap sunod semana para sa ikaw-pat nga episode sa tuang pag-ambitay daw ang Kaulian Extension Program. And thank you sa itong mga social media researchers, Mr. Ayan Nicosha and Mr. Emil Early Dusa, sa itong backstaff and account managers, Mr. Andre Lufranca Vigas and Nova 30 Agravante. Our documentation and technical team, Ms. Efra Lige and Gabriel Iwalay and Mark Mukhara. Dr. Jimadin Paulican, our Extension Director. Professor Vivian Belirol, our Faculty Associate sa Office of the Vice President for Research, Extension, and International Affairs. Dr. Marilina Rubio. And of course, ang team leader partner, Dr. Joy M. Mirasol. Ako si Chasur Leoman Antolan.
Alright, and sa dili pa ko himpit manamilit, mayong morning usab and happy viewing Dr. Marlon Frias and Professor Christian Ilovejas nga silang nangulo sa atong evaluation. Salamat kayo and hi usab sa mga staff nga nadia sa OVP RIA. Dili na ko mga tanan pero Julie Malyari, Lara and Joy and Deep Ed ALS, Alternative Learning System. Maayong morning sa inyo tanan. Thank you so much. And sa itong mga higala sa United States of America. Nakalabot ko kinsa to. Salamat kayo for joining us. Join us every Wednesday at 9 o'clock in the morning. Panikamutan na mo nga matod kaninyo ang mga kasayuran mahitungod sa pagpadagan sa itong paggobyerno hilabina. Dining pag-ambitay nato sa mga kasayuran aron kitang tanan hiliusa nga maulian gikan ining pandemya nga atong nasinati karon buntag atong hisgutan ng basic education in the new normal o pabutaw sa susunod semana kaya nasa mga hisgutanan diri sa atong panag-uban sa atong tulumanon ang pagambitay daw ang Kaulian Share to Heal. Sa ngalan sa kinatibukang puwersa, sibihanan sa DXBU 14.5 FM, the educational and community FM-based radio station of Bukidnon State University, kauban atong station director, Engineer Theogenis Gayon, sa ako sa partner diri si Chasur Leo Van Ontolan, sa ngalan sa kinatibukang puwersa, sa atong extension project sa pagpaguna sa atong University President, Dr. Oscar B. Cabanyeles o Dr. Joy M. Mirasol, kaming tanan, manamilit kaninyo, salamat kayo sa inyong pag-iguban kanamo. Ako si Linfa Bago Caballero. Mayong buntag kanatong tanan.